What's up, all? The Seven Sisters of Sleep. This album came out on A389 Records on vinyl, and on CD it came out on Southern Lord Records in 2011. The Seven Sisters of Sleep are a 5-piece from Orange County, California, and they play a mixture of sludge metal and Metalic-Hardcore. And the band gets their name from the book of the same title, The Seven Sisters of Sleep, which was written in 1860. And it's about drug use throughout the ages. And even though authorities throughout the globe had harsh penalties for drug use, even for tobacco use, including disfigurement as one of the penalties, drug use has always been on the rise. And The Seven Sisters of Sleep, the book, tells about everything that went on back in the day throughout the ages, and I'm very, very interested to get my hands on this book. This stuff, this type of literature, interests the hell out of me. And it's very cool that the band named themselves after this book, because I would not have found out about this book if it wasn't for the band, The Seven Sisters of Sleep. And the band have a very misanthropic sound, combining Crust, Sludge, with the darker side of Metalic-Hardcore. Just think I Hate God meets Integrity. And the guitar riffs on here are very heavily distorted, creating very thick, jagged, and distorted, damaged feedback. And that combined with the bass work, which is very dense sounding and rubbery, creates a very fucking beautiful, ugly sound. Drums sound live, very raw, and I'm loving the drum production on here. And they sound just outright brutal. And the vocals are yelled at full force from like the pit of the stomach, just yelling at the top of their lungs, and sound very monotone, cold, vulgar, and just full of distaste. And it puts a goddamn smile on my face hearing this vocal style resurface. And an example from a track where all of this is working in unison is with the track Swamp, which immediately starts just tearing all things apart at its very beginning at circle pit speeds, and then dips into these deep pits of sludge, and then out again, and then on the track Christmas Morning, drums go absolutely mad and rip into fits of grind throughout the waves of swampy sludge. And this album is pretty short, it's only 19 minutes in length, but I'm hoping this album will turn some heads. I know there's a lot of people that dislike hardcore for whatever that reason may be. I think it's from the younger generation that, were introduced into hardcore through MTV2 and Headbangers Ball, which is a fucking shit TV show. That is not metal for the most part. Yeah, they play Converge every once in a while, and I appreciate that. But the style of hardcore that gained a lot of popularity, I would say between 2000 and now, it's just absolutely trash. Especially the popular stuff. If you really, want to get into hardcore, I would be more than happy to recommend some hardcore bands that would get you into the genre, the underground stuff, the really, really good stuff. But yeah, I highly recommend checking this album out. Sorry to steer a little bit off a track towards the end of this, but yeah, is a very misanthropic, ugly, mean-spirited hardcore act and sludge metal act, the two combined, and I highly recommend peeping this record out. It's The Seven Sisters of Sleep, and this is their self-titled record, which came out on A389 on vinyl and Southern Lord Records on CD in 2011. Definitely peep this out. Check out the description box below, where I'm going to link a ton of tracks from this album so you can peep them out. Live footage of them playing live and interviews with the band. And an interesting thing they did with the tracks from this album, there was a video for just about every single track from this album. And I'm going to link all those that I can find in the description box below. Definitely peep this out. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time.